Hello, dear viewers. What if I told you that raising a complex number to huge power doesn't make it messy? Instead, it creates beautiful patterns and shortcuts. By the end of this video, you will see that powers of complex number will really feel very easy to and simple to deal with. What if I told you to compute the complex number 3 minus I to the power 7 or the complex number 1 plus 2I to the power 20? You might say, nope, nope, this is not possible because I have to expand this up to 7 times for the first one to obtain the complex number you need. But believe me, this is where your minds are going to be blown. Simply because we are going to introduce to you what we call the moivre theorem. This is the huge game changer to this type of exercises or to this type of questions. So let's take the first one. We're going to determine in polar form 3 minus I to the power 7. The first step is to convert the complex number to polar form. So our solution will be to convert our complex number to polar form first. Okay? Let's consider Z to be the complex number 3 minus I. Once more, always need to find in which quadrant is this complex number. 3 is the real part here and minus 1 is the imaginary part. So it implies that 3 can be somewhere here and minus 1 can be somewhere here. So our complex number can lie here. Can you see? It is indeed in the fourth quadrant, okay? And angles in the fourth quadrant are measured in the clockwise direction. Remember from our previous video. Okay, so the first thing will be to find the argument. Remember, the argument is given by arctan of y over x. Our y is 1 here and our x is 3. Remember, we take the positive values and find the argument. This is going to give us 0.3218 radians. Since this argument is given by 0.3218 and the complex number lies in the fourth quadrant in the clockwise direction, this implies our principal value that we're going to use in our polar form will be negative. Remember, angles measured in the clockwise direction are negative angles. So we're going to have minus 0.3218 radians. What next? We now need to calculate the magnitude of this complex number. Remember the square root of x squared plus y squared. Okay, so this gives us the square root of 3 squared plus 1 squared, and we're going to have the square root of 10. Now that we have this complex number written in polar form, we're going to have the square root of 10 times cosine of minus 0.3218 plus I sine minus 0.3218. Pay attention to this part. By the moivre theorem, this is where we are going to blow your minds. This theorem is a very, very important theorem. Indeed, is the game changer with regards to powers of complex number. So by the moivre theorem, when you raise a complex number to a given power, let's say to the power n, and that complex number is written in polar form, the outcome of this power will be r to the power n times cosine of n times the angle plus I sine n times the angle. So if in this case our n is 7, this implies our complex number to the power 7 will be equal to the square root of 10 to the power 7 times cosine of, okay, cosine, oops, sorry, let me get back to the slide. Cosine of n, our n is 7. So you say 7 times minus 0.3218, okay? And you do likewise for the I sine. We have our n, which is 7 times minus 0.3218 218. Okay, and we close our brackets. So our final answer would be the square root of 10 to the power 7 is approximately equal to 3.62, okay, times the cosine of 7 times 0 minus 0.3218. You're going to have minus 2, okay, minus 2. After multiplication, we're going to have a minus 2 here, okay. So we'll have minus 2.2526 plus I sine minus 2.2526. And that is the final answer. Don't you see that your minds are really blown by this very important game changer called the math theorem? So, to recap, what have we learned all through? The method consists of first transforming the complex number to polar form, and then you apply the math theorem. As easy as that. The mind-blowing insight about these powers of complex number is that a complex number converted to power form rotates, it forms circles, and it repeats pattern. That is why complex numbers are used in the field of engineering. It's also used in signal processing. It's also used in animation and even music. This isn't just mathematics. This is how the real world moves. Thank you for following the video up to the end. If you saw that this video is really interesting, was really worth it, please feel free to like, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video, share the video, comment the video, and why not subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.